Vijay, what's wrong with the regulations?
I would say what's wrong with the regulations, it doesn't exist at all. Regulations are meant to safeguard, the public from products that can cause harm or products that will not deliver what they are claimed to deliver or what they claim to deliver. Basically, if a patient goes to a screening center, for example, and gets screened and he says that he's okay and he doesn't have any cancer and is found to have cancer maybe 2 months down the line, that's not a very good scene. Similarly, also, if a machine is not calibrated well and the patient is diagnosed to be okay and he is not okay, that's also not a good scene. The idea here is that whatever equipment that comes into the market has to deliver what it promises it can deliver. And number two, it is safe enough to be used so as to not kill you or harm or injure you in a way that makes your situation worse than what it was before, as we've had situations across the country where we've had incubators catching fire and babies dying in them, defibrillators catching fire as the shock was being delivered to the patient. These are some of the stories that you keep reading, and what happens? Nothing. The whole system, the blame of course goes on to the hospital and the doctors, which is of course unfortunate in many cases that the doctors find themselves or the hospitals find themselves with an IPC 304A charged against them, and they would have to get bail to be able to continue their practice. But that's not a fair situation to say. So I would say that regulation ensures this basic minimum safety and the efficacy of a product. Beyond that, of course, there are lots of guidelines that come in to ensure the complexity of medical devices, which transverses almost all the disciplines of engineering and clinical sciences. So medical products could be a combination of so many disciplines that the risks of using a medical device have to be thoroughly evaluated before it is being used on a patient, and that is what is regulation all about.
Got it. And I think we will talk a little bit more about that when we expand on these sessions for everyone's benefit out here. There's actually, with partnership with TiE, there's a full day session actually on affordable healthcare on the 30th of November. So for those of you all who are interested in this topic, you should actually mark it up in your calendars. It'll be over at the Habitat right down the road. But Manikam, question for you. We don't have a medical device safety bill in India right now. There are a number of young entrepreneurs out here who are attending the session today. If they were to get regulatory certification from, say, an FDA or a CE, what's the path that's available to them? And quickly, what are the sorts of things that UL can help them do?
Yeah. Every regulation, be in the US or in Europe, the regulatory expectations are the products, whatever placed in the market, are safe and effective. It meets the intended use. And also all the regulations look for continuously the products are manufactured in a consistent specifications, and it has a system to follow the after placing the product in the market, to have the system to bring the incident reporting and to bring in back their so-called corrective action process, and the vigilance system to bring this products in a more effective or a safe manner. Currently what's happening is in India, though there are 14 products which are under Drugs and Cosmetic Act, all other products are still not under brought under the regulations, though we are discussing for quite a few years, and as Justice said, it is likely to enter into Parliament soon. But again, unless it is implemented, it is not possible for any manufacturer to demonstrate the requirements. Mostly when we go for regulations, it is not a great thing, because what we expect is that the products are to meet the requirements and the specifications, and also to be tested to the standards which are applicable. Currently, even in India, when there is no standards, but there are international standards which have been adopted in BIS, and the innovators or the entrepreneurs